What is going on, guys? It's Zach, the comic and movie nerd, and today I have my movie review for Batman the Killing Joke. Now you guys are probably like, Zach, when are you going to start reviewing comics and stuff, like besides movies and stuff like that? Relax. I don't always have time to read all these comics back here. If you can see them, let's get out the way. I have all these comics I'm going to read and review, okay? Say hi, Jason Momoa, Aquaman. See, I have Batman the Killing Joke right here, which I've started. I have The Dark Knight Returns and stuff like that I've started. So I have a lot of comics to read and review. Just relax. They're coming. Chill. Well, anyway, so Batman the Killing Joke was in theaters for one day, I believe. I didn't see it in theaters. I actually watched it this past Friday. I was pretty bummed how bad this movie was. I didn't like it. But anyway, I'll just start breaking it down and talking about it. Let me just take a drink of this water. Refreshing. Well, anyway, so at the beginning, we get a lot of Batgirl, which really ticked me off. And I'm like, I don't want to see Batgirl, okay? I don't like Batgirl that much. I think should just be some cartoon for kids character, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't need to be in a rated R Batman movie, okay? I don't like Batgirl. Okay, the best adaptation I've seen of Batgirl is Batman Arkham Knight. Game review coming. I still got to play some of it. I've had it for like a year now. I still got to finish it. But anyway, I'm just like, I don't want to see Batgirl in this movie, you know what I'm saying? I don't. You know, I wish they would just cut her from this movie completely, but they can't now because it's already out. Batgirl, at the beginning, she's like, I know this is not how you think the story starts. I'm like, oh my gosh, why? I don't want to see you, Batgirl, okay? I don't, alright? I don't want to see Batgirl. All I want to see is Batman and the Joker going at it, you know? So, really, Batman and Batgirl are tracking down this, like, street crime young thug lord or whatever, young crime lord. So it was just that for about like 30, 40 minutes or something like that. Maybe actually more closer to 20, 30. And I was like, okay, I don't want to see this, you know what I'm saying? And then Batman and Batgirl have sex on a rooftop, which I was like, what? Why? You know what I'm saying? This movie could have been PG-13, honestly. It really could have. I think it would have been PG-13 if, maybe there was, like, not as much sexual well, there's, like, two really implied sex scenes, which is one, Batgirl and Batman on the rooftop. And then I think the Joker, after he shot her, I think the Joker raped her. I don't know if he did. I think he raped her, but I don't know. I don't know. If I'm using it wrong, I'm sorry. I really just zoned out in this movie. At one point, I was just staring out my window while this movie was on, and I was like, I don't want to watch this, but I'm review it for you guys. So, moving on. Then we get to, really where the Killing Joke begins. The book begins. It's only like a 47-page book. It's not long. Give it a read. But, that's when we get to really the problems. Most of the problems have passed, but this animation, this movie had a big budget, big names, big characters. And it's like a stop and go motion. It's like Batman's walking, he's like, instead of like, he's like walking, he's like, he freezes. Instead of, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just stop. So, like, Batman does a punch, it's like, instead of, boom. You see what I'm saying? Instead of, like, boom, it's stop and go. And I'm like, okay, you got a big budget for a cartoon movie, and you really go out and you bring the Killing Joke down. I don't want to read this novel. I don't want to read the book anymore. I mean, obviously, I know the book is great, but this movie really, like, I don't necessarily want to read it. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like it. And guys, this movie had lots of problems, but you know, and then it kind of stuck to the story of The Killing Joke, and I was like, okay, let me take a drink of this water. I was like, okay, look, it's getting a little better. Maybe all the problems are out, but it's just Stop and Go Motion really killed it for me, you know? The ending was good, you know, I haven't fully read the comic, so I don't know if it's exact ending, but I didn't like The Killing Joke, guys. I own the book. I think I'm gonna pick up The Long Halloween this week. Just get the three biggest Batman stories. Just get them all collected and put them on the shelf. Okay, just put them on the shelf and stuff. But I really did not want to see Batgirl in this movie. You know, I didn't want to see her in it. But when I found out, I was like, okay, maybe they'll use her good for the first time. But no. No. Pretty much all this crime lord guy does is tell Batgirl how sexy she is. And I was like, okay, bruh, look, I guess this is the way this crime lord is, but look, I don't want to see Batgirl in this movie. I don't want to see that guy in this movie. I want to see Batman and the Joker in an adaptation of the Killing Joke comic. I didn't like this movie, guys. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm going to give it a D+. Because, honestly, guys, the whole beginning really ruined it. I didn't want to watch the rest of the movie. I may go back and watch it and just skip the whole beginning because I don't want to watch that. And if I do, I'll bring you a new grade, you know? Because the beginning just really made me lose focus, and for some parts I didn't want to watch it. But for some, I knew I needed to, but when it really got to like how the comic was adapted, oh my gosh, how the comic really is adapted into this movie, then I was like, alright, I'm going to start watching it. But I may give it a watch one more time. Don't pick it up on Blu-ray. I don't think it'll be any good. You may like it. I watch Comic Historian's review. You know, everyone's pretty skeptical of this movie because it's not good. It's not a good movie. And people know that this is not the best movie at all. Okay? It's not the best movie at all. Well, anyway, guys, just kind of a longer review than I wanted to. Again, I give it a D+. Don't watch this movie. If you want to watch this movie, do it. But if you're like on the fence, do I want to watch this? Do I not want to? Don't watch it, guys. Don't watch it. All right. Anyway, guys, I will see you next time.